Okay, finally got the camera to start working. I kept pressing like the wrong buttons. That's fine. So my low yesterday is actually the fact that I almost completely forgot there was a new episode of Amphibia last night. So naturally, I haven't been talking about that, but there is like another low that I have that's actually a lot more serious. Well, serious in the sense that like it should have taken precedence, and it's probably something that I should have talked about first. But a couple weeks ago, actually, I think it was a couple weeks ago, my mother actually had a message. My mother had a hand surgery. Basically, her like trigger finger, her thumb, was like stiff a lot and stuff. So, overall she's fine. She's able to do daily tasks and stuff. But she is still in a lot of pain because it's surgery. That tends to happen when you are after you have surgery. So she was because here's the thing. Last night I was hanging out with my father, and I was actually looking forward to seeing my mom because yesterday she worked, and she just came in all tired and kind of sad, and it's very clear that like she is in like a lot of pain from both the surgery and the fact that normally when she works on the weekends, she works from 7 a.m. so 7 in the morning to, it's supposed to be 7 at night, but breaks and lunch and the fact that you are working in a hospital where in terms of a patient arriving, anything could happen. So yesterday normally she would work from 7 to 7. Yesterday though, she had to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning. So instead of working 12 hours, she worked 15. So she's tired and a lot of pain, and she's a nurse. She works in the hospital. Do I even need to tell you how bad that is? How stressful it is? So my act of kindness will be, because I'll do the act of kindness here, is that should anyone be at Corning Hospital today or anything like that, and you see my mom, you'll be able to recognize her. She's a relatively short woman who walks very fast with hair like about to her neck. So if you see her, please, give her positive vibes, wish her the best, give her words of encouragement, because, it could really do her some good. So, yes. Hey, I said I love her, Mom. Didn't you watch Day 1000? Granted, that was the first time I legitimately said that in a sort of, important way. But, I do care. So, yeah. Show my mom that I care. And my high yesterday, I got to spend the day with my dad. It was nice, we got to go to church, got to go to Sorges, that was very nice. My usual at Sorges now is, because they actually have a prime rib special too, I get that. And because here's the thing, they have an item on their menu called the Del Monaco, which you can actually get like melted blue cheese on it, but I actually get melted blue cheese on the prime rib special. Oh, it's amazing. So I had that. I had a side of fries, because it was better than steak and fries. And Italian crumble with extra onions on my salad, and a cup of their minestrone soup. Seriously, I know that like it's a tie between French onion and New England clam chowder for like the soup on my full course menu. But if I'm being completely honest, minestrone's gotta be the one I've eaten the most in life. Quite possibly, yes. In fact, I think so. Yeah. But if you really want good minestrone soup, you gotta go to Sorges. You gotta go to Sorges. It's amazing. Well, lots of things at Sorges are amazing. Sorges is the OG. Don't get me wrong. I've given lots and lots and lots of praise to Libs and Moretti's, as the best two places in the area. But, you know, it was Swords that definitely like sort of laid like a foundation or framework for, you know, my love of food, being a foodie, you know, stuff like that. So, yes, as long as Swords is going to be around, I'm definitely going to be singing its praises too. So, if you're ever Market Street in Corning, Swords should be one of your number one go-tos. I also recommend Three Birds in the Cellar as well. Nilio's and Atlas for pizza. Dippy Doodads if you want ice cream. Yeah, there's lots of places on Market Street. So, yeah, the R&M for lunch for a burger. Seriously, I don't think I've ever actually said this, but the R&M on Market Street in Corning a couple of years ago was actually voted the number one burger in upstate New York. Yeah, so you don't get that sort of prestige for nothing. I've actually had R&M. Obviously, I've had R&M, and yeah, it lives up to the hype. So yeah, I'm giving you all sorts of food-related things today. Well, it's Sunday. It's game day. Happy Sunday, everybody. So yeah, I'll do that. So my high was I got to hang out with my dad. It was awesome, and yeah. So again, good morning, happy Sunday, everybody, and let's talk about last night's episode of Amphibia before we get into today's NFL picks. This is actually going to be kind of hard for me to do because normally the title of this video is going to be my thoughts on Amphibia episode. It would be 31, and that might end up being what I call it. But according to Matt Brawley, the creator of Amphibia, I don't really like. He said, like, this is meant to be a Halloween special. Originally, it was meant to be non-canon, and I can kind of tell that. But at the same time, he did say that they were going to try and work that episode into the story, which, okay. I'd love to, I'll let you know right now. So for now, you know, I'll say my thoughts on The Shut-In, as that is the name of the Halloween special for Amphibia, The Shut-In. Basically, well, here's the thing. People have everyone in Warwood is decorating their houses as if it was Halloween, and Anne is totally convinced it's a holiday. But what happens on The Shut-In is a blue moon arrives, and apparently if you stare at it, you become like possessed or something. And so basically at night you have to, you know, lock yourself in your house and stuff like that. Even though they're like getting supplies and stuff, like, yeah, like Nan's like, yeah, this is totally a holiday. And so to pass the night, the Hop Hop and Polly and Sprig, you know, tell scary stories. And the running joke of this episode is Polly is trying to tell a scary story, and every single story she's trying to tell was something that happened. Like Night at the Inn. Night at the Inn, that was one. Darn, there was another episode that was, the point is, like, every story that Polly tried to tell was something that legitimately happened. In fact, the final story Polly tried to tell was them first meeting Anne. That's how, like, funny it was. But you guys are probably going to want to hear about the stories. So, Anne's story was known as Phone Mo. It's actually a play on several things. Phone Mo is meant to be a play on the acronym FOMO, which is fear of missing out. But, you know, it's phone missing out. So is that. Another thing is they parodied The Ring. They totally parodied The Ring. For those of you who don't know, in The Ring, it was like a cassette tape where you watch and after several days you sadly, you know, die. But here they use an internet video. Sorry, again, I sound like post-nasal drip problems. It's like an internet video, and like anyone who watches it like disappears. So they play around with that for a little bit. That was really cool. I'm not going to give away the endings to these, but yeah, they're definitely entertaining. Hot Pops was called Dead End, where he's telling what's apparently a true story of how back when he had hair, he was a chauffeur, and he kept chauffeuring this one guy who went to different places, and mysteriously, it was as if like the people in those places were, you know, dead. So yeah, plays around with that. And Sprig's story was actually a prank. Wound up being a prank where it was called the Seamstress, where apparently a glass frog, and that actually is a species of frog, by the way, is taking like frogs and taking away their skins, because glass frogs you can actually see like all their insides and stuff like that, because again, like you can see through their skin. So they play around with that for a little bit. One of the most notable things that caught my attention, when Anne told her story, she imagined Sprig and Polly as if they were actual human beings and called them Twig and Molly. Nice. So yeah, seeing character designs for what Sprig and Polly would look like if they were human, that was neat. I like that touch. And it also helped the fact that they use Sprig and Polly's voiceover actors to voice what Twig and Molly are too. So yeah, it added flavor to the experience, which is awesome. Matt Brawley is really good at storytelling. I don't know what can I say. So to Matt Brawley and the good people over at Making Amphibia, you guys are awesome. Thank you for last night's episode. And the episode ends with Polly staring at the full moon. And like, at first it turns out nothing bad would happen. So that was how like she tried scaring everybody, which it did. But it turns out she did become possessed, and it was like funny shenanigans at the end. It was good. So again, Matt Brawley and the good people behind Amphibia, thank you very much. Thank you for one final, I guess you could say, set of Amphibia antics for 2020 until 2021. Hopefully, you know, the wait won't be so incredibly long, but you never know in this day and age. So, yeah. Now with that taken care of, let's get into today's football pick, shall we? I'll bring the computer right here for a second. Alright. For now, let's see. Today's games are as follows. We have the Texans and the Titans. Yeah, I'm picking the Titans. The Titans are undefeated right now. I really think they can make a Super Bowl run at this point. They're looking like. Seriously, this is the best I've seen the Titans play since like the year I was at Trinity Pauling, where they went like 7-0. It was unbelievable. It felt, was it 7-0? I think it felt, they were undefeated for a while. I remember that. So yeah, I'm picking the Titans. Ravens, Eagles, Ravens. That's an easy one. Falcons and Vikings, please. The Falcons are nothing anymore. I'm picking the Vikings. The Browns and the Steelers, ooh. This is a big game, a very big game. In fact, whoever wins may very well take the division as of right now, because the AFC North is easily looking as if it's going to be like the one division where like most of its teams are wild cards or the playoff spot. It's a tough call, but honestly, the Steelers have been playing lights out lately. I'm picking the Steelers over the Browns. Bengals and the Colts. I never know anything about the Colts anymore, and I want the Bengals to succeed, so I'm picking the Bengals. Lions and Jaguars. You know what? I do like Matthew Stafford. I really think they can. I mean, I don't think it's possible for the Lions to turn their season around, but I'm going to be rooting for Matthew Stafford and the Lions today. So, picking the Lions over the Jaguars. Panthers and Bears. Ooh. The Bears could also be a potential playoff team. But so could the Panthers. This is easily a game for trying to get a wild card spot, for sure, moving forward. Because I get the feeling like whoever wins a game like this, or another example, like the Browns and the Steelers, it's going to be like, oh, they just won that one game. Honestly, I think the Bears are more likely to get a wild card spot than the Panthers. So, hopefully, I'm wrong, because I have a friend of mine who's an avid video of my watch who's a Panthers fan. So, if I'm wrong, feel free to gloat, my man. But I'm picking the Bears over the Panthers. The Washington football team and the New York Giants. You know what? The Washington football team's actually shown some semblance of promise. I'm picking the Washington football team. Broncos and Patriots, the Patriots. Cam Newton with the Patriots, both of which need revenge over the Broncos. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. So, yeah, Patriots over the Broncos. Jets, Dolphins, the Dolphins. The Dolphins are at home, and they're totally playing a lot better than most people even anticipated. Now, this is going to be the game of the week, by the way. So, the Packers and the Buccaneers. 12 versus 12, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. It's tough, but I think I'll pick the Packers over the Buccaneers. Aaron Rodgers is definitely playing better than he has been in a long time, as much as I hate to admit. And tonight's game, the Rams and the 49ers. You know what? For George Kittle, I'll pick the 49ers. Even though George Kittle, I think, is injured, he may be back, I don't know. But I'm picking the 49ers over the Rams. So, yes, my games today are as follows. I'm picking the Titans, the Ravens, the Vikings, the Steelers, the Bengals, the Lions, the Bears, even though I hope I'm wrong on that one. To be honest, I hope I'm wrong about the Steelers beating the Browns too, but that's just me. The Washington football team. What do they say? Football team on 3. The Patriots, the Dolphins, the Packers, and the 49ers. So those are my picks. You know, feel free to say whatever you think about them at all. But, yeah, that's about everything. Honestly, right now, my plan is to watch football. I'm going to be visiting my dad today again. Watch football with him a little bit later this afternoon. So that'll be nice, and can't wait to do it. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button. Follow me in the social media. I'm very humble in this video for all of you guys who are watching. Enjoy for them. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, most of you here to lend in here. Now, always ever back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.